Hey out there, y'all. How you doing tonight? I am here and I'm going to be doing some painting. I hope I get to see Haley tonight since she requested this stream. She redeemed 45,000 channel points to see me paint. So we're putting part one there. If she doesn't show up, then I'm definitely going to do another on her behalf. Tonight we're done with the other painting and we're starting a new painting. Well, this is not a new painting. This is a painting I've actually been working on for a really long time, but I'm going to continue working on it. Haven't picked this one up in a couple months, it seems. Hey Junior, how you doing? We're just going to hop right into it. I got my paint already out here. We got a rainbow spectrum of paint here in the middle of the palette. And we're going to be doing all of these kind of small rainbow details spread out across the whole painting. So, hello. Sorry I'm not lit as well because I'm focusing on the painting. So I hope that's okay. But I hope y'all are having a good night. We're just going to chill and listen to some good tunes. I guess we're going to start on this side since I can kind of drape my arm across the painting in that case. Playing Origami King, nice. You know, I haven't given Paper Mario a chance since Super Paper Mario, which, I don't know. I've heard mixed things on all the Paper Marios since then, so I haven't really given them a true fair shot, if I'm being honest. Anyway, I have to keep these little papers there because she is exposed under there, and I have to follow the Twitch TOS. So we are just going to be doing tiny little circles and tiny little squiggles all night long. I'm going to get deep into a zone. It's a nice night. Feels good. I got some tunes lined up. Mostly some ambient, a couple other things here and there. And I got my tiniest brush, the tiniest brush in my repertoire, which I use pretty much like 90% of the time. Anyway, if the music gets too loud, let me know. I tend to have it a bit louder on the art streams because I get kind of into it. Anyway, we're starting with some red up here. I gotta kind of see, it's hard to like keep a consistency among sessions. I'm just gonna have to hope that I can do so. Hope for the best. Let's see, I kind of do a decent amount of small dots too, it seems. So we'll space them in. If only I could like properly zoom. I would like deep zoom into some areas, but I don't really know how to like properly use this camera on the fly. So it's like kind of a whole picture affair. You don't really start seeing changes until I've been working on it for like an hour, you know? I'm starting so late tonight. I just realized I didn't put orange on my palette. I skipped over orange. I guess I have to squeeze it in right here. Whoops. All right. So what did I do? Looks like some parts I outlined and some parts I didn't. So I'm just gonna freeform it. Okay, so that means this whole area stays pretty much red. Oh yeah, I poured some white so I could clean up some of these little areas here. They're a little rough. Okay, so we'll do a little more red-orange on this side. Do like a bigger circle shape. I just don't know how this is going to turn out. All my paintings are like experiments. Sometimes they're a little hard to predict. This one, a little hard to predict. But I kind of go with the flow a little bit. Let's see, what do I want to put in that circle? I am thinking we need to, let's see, shade it over to some purple. And we'll do... What do I want to do? We'll just do like a circle shape. And we'll just do like some lines through it. Keep it simple. Sweet and simple. So let's phase this red-orange into kind of a purple blend. Do I want to outline it? I don't think so. Nah. I'm having to like sort of reference other parts of the painting to keep some of my work a little more consistent from different areas. We're going to phase it into this kind of lighter purple. I just realized I never filled this in or outlined it. This particular little bulb here, I just left it. Well, we'll make that one purple. Purple blue. Or we'll do purple green. Purple on the bottom half here. And then we'll phase it into kind of a teal green. Ooh, got a big water bead on there. Danger. It definitely feels like positive, you know? I think framing it positively is good, you know? I don't think there's anything wrong with feeling good. I think there's nothing wrong also with calling out the shortcomings of the effort, because that's how you grow. You can't just ignore it. But it definitely feels like a moral win. Winning of a big battle and a long war. Yep. Sorry, if the music's too loud, y'all let me know. I tend to have the music a little louder on the paint streams, and I can never tell if it's too much. Some songs are also really loud compared to other songs. Like this song feels insane. Yeah, honestly, since really since Thursday night when I saw the shift happening, I've slept pretty well. When I saw that Georgia was actually like actively shrinking, I was like, holy shit, it's actually happening. I really hope those Georgia runoffs are what's kind of like the true test of democratic political activism and whether it can withstand the fatigue. Happy for everyone who had to deal with the immigration system, and it'll hopefully be slightly better now. So many people had to work with visa issues. Yeah. Yep. He just shut every non-white human being out of the political process for 4 years. It's devastating. That's like really hard to come back from. And you know, immigrating to the country, getting a visa, it doesn't sound like a political process, but it is, you know? I mean, it shouldn't have to be, but it is in this country. It is sad. I wish it wasn't so, like, binary. You know? I wish it wasn't such an obvious, like, light and dark or yin and yang type situation. But we made it through for this week, and it feels righteous. We can sleep a little better, but not give up and constantly be vigilant. And if we do that, I think we'll be okay. Vigilance is key, though. Calling them out, watching their every move. It can't stop. Yeah, Animal Crossing needs to... Yeah. We need it more than ever. I just can't... I don't know, maybe I'm like a bit sadistic, but I'm honestly kind of... I mean, this maybe makes me sound petty, but I'm kind of a little pumped up to see how he's gonna melt down. Maybe that's like the wrong way to view it. It probably is, but I am that petty sometimes. Yeah, he can undo a lot of work very quickly if they really like hit the ground running. You stopped wishing for new assets? Oh my god. How could you? You gotta hold their feet to the fire. Give us what we want. We want more furniture. Hey, KSU. It's a normal reaction. Yeah, I mean, it feels like, you know, it kind of makes me feel moderately guilty, but maybe I should just get over that and relish. It's like I don't want to relish in his like misery, but at the same time, why should we allow him not to feel bad. That doesn't, you know, he doesn't learn anything. Nobody's better for it. Painting's beautiful. Thank you. This is a really old one. This one's from like, I started it way back in 2012. And it's evolved about 20 times. I could have, you know, not done any of the stuff that I started here on the bottom, but I really looked at it this year and was like, it needs something else. It's sloppy. It's like, I mean, obviously from a distance it doesn't look too sloppy, but when I'm like, you know, squinting at it, I see everything. Yeah, it does, Alex. I think I figured out the problem. Macs have a difficult time running OpenGL graphics system, and I have to use Vulkan. And when I try to use OpenGL, Dolphin just crashes right when I try to open any ROM. So I think that is the issue, because I've read that Wind Waker works best run through the OpenGL graphics system. Because you can pick, like, I don't know how to like properly describe it, but you can pick different graphical settings or engines or something. I'm not like super knowledgeable on it, but it does affect how a game plays and what games can play, from what I understand. Yeah, I tried the Hypatia mod, but I don't think that's going to run on Mac, period. So I gave up on that pretty quickly. Ooh, this song is so good. Honestly, this new Juliana Barwick album is like pure joy. Yeah, no, it was me. Wind Waker, I think, works pretty decently on Windows, because Windows can switch between the graphical settings much more fluidly. But Apple, I don't know, man. I don't regret buying my Apple, but I regret how, like, they limit things for literally no reason. Like, that's my biggest regret, is falling victim to their whims. Like, I can't run 32-bit games and applications on Catalina anymore, which is total garbage. I have like 20 games on Steam I can never open again unless I downgrade my operating system. You started listening to Juliana Barwick because of me? Will is really good. Honestly, all her albums are great, but I do think Will and Nepenthe, I don't know how to say it properly. Nepenthe, the one that's red with the moon on it. So good. This one's really good too. It's very concise and short. Friends modding their Mac Mini to hook up to an RTX graphics card. I did. I just posted a tutorial on my YouTube for like how you can use Terminal to get Windows games from Steam and see if they'll run through Wine or Play on Mac. Ooh. God, my refrigerator just made a loud knocking noise. I don't know. I bought a pretty souped up iMac. My last iMac lasted me like a decade. I bought it when StarCraft 2 came out. Back in like 2010, late 2010 or something like that. And it lasted me until I got this computer this year, like in January of this year. So it served me really well. I mean, it was a really solid machine that never had any major performance problems. It was very stable. I did have to replace the hard drive once, like 4 years in, but those first 4 years it was on like 24/7 because I was running like a Minecraft server at the time, way back in those early Minecraft days. Yeah, Minish Cap runs fine. I mean, I haven't done it on this computer, but it ran fine on my last computer, so I don't see why it would be a problem on this one. But again, you know, you never know what Apple has changed within their operating system. They're messy like that. But I don't think it'll be a problem. It's like a Game Boy game, so it shouldn't be an issue really at all, I don't think. I doubt it will be. Alright, I need to do more squiggles. I'm a little circle happy tonight, looks like. I know y'all can't really see what I'm doing. Maybe if you're on full screen you can. Yeah. Ocarina had a bit of stuttering here and there. It wasn't like enough to frustrate me though. So I should be able to do Majora, though I have heard that some 64 games run a bit oddly. Honestly, wouldn't it just be so nice if they gave us Wind Waker HD on Switch? I mean, come on. Wonder what's taking them so long. I have a feeling it'll be next year because that's the 35 Zelda anniversary. And I don't see a reason why they should keep it from coming out, you know? Like maybe if Breath of the Wild 2 drops, they'll drop like some other Zelda games that year too to kind of like, you know, get the Zelda hype to a fever pitch. It's kind of gonna be, that's kind of my guess. Like my guess is they're gonna do something like they did with the Mario All-Stars 3D and just kind of drop Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD together. Honestly, I'll buy them separately again, but I'm definitely getting Wind Waker first. If that's the case. Yeah, they might end up doing, what my guess is they'll do something like Ocarina, Majora, Wind Waker. Yeah, and then they'll do Twilight Princess separate. And then Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword as like separates. Yeah, I never played a ton of 2. I beat 1. I don't think I got like the full amount of, what are they in Galaxy? They're just stars. I don't think I got the full amount of stars in Galaxy, but I definitely beat it. I got to like the final boss. Oh my god, don't even worry about the blue coins, honestly. Don't do that to yourself. Are you using a guide? Because I feel like that's the only way you can actually get them all. Okay, if you're using a guide, then it's not that bad. But if you're not using a guide, you might as well just like commit the next year of your life to looking for them. Oh, you beat Sunshine? I haven't played Sunshine. I did play a decent amount through... Well, no, I pretty much beat 64. Beaten beaten Sunshine, but never... I don't think I ever beat Sunshine originally. I think it was like Pianta Village and the one with the Manta Ray shadows just kind of like frustrated me beyond belief when I was a teen, and I just never went back to Sunshine. I remember those being like hell points. I could probably beat them now. Even though I would venture to say my patience for that kind of stuff has like decreased in the years rather than increased. The game is just so pretty though. I think the graphics were really like ahead of their time. Platforming feels smooth. The platforming does feel pretty smooth in most cases. Like the FLUDD actually feels okay. I think squirting it versus movement with it is a different story. Do I want to outline this? I think I do. Well, if Haley doesn't show up tonight, I'm gonna have to continue this paint stream another night, which is fine. That's why I put part 1 in the title, because I don't know. Since I started so late, I wasn't sure if she'd be able to make it, because she's been going to bed pretty early these days. She did use those 45 channel points, so she has to be here. Let's phase this into orange and then green. Time to move from red, purple. $64 is still your fave? Honestly, I think Odyssey probably overtook 64 for me. I found Odyssey to be just like a treat. I haven't replayed it, but it just felt so clean in the same way 64 did, but just like improved in virtually every way you can think of. You know? Like it just took everything to that naturally next step in the, you know, the ladder or whatever. I mean, like I'm trying to think of flaws that Odyssey had, and honestly, I can't think of any right off the top of my head. I guess some of the moons felt a little like disposable, but I don't think that's really a weakness. I think that's kind of like, I don't know. I don't consider it a weakness. I found Odyssey to just be really, really fun. It looked great. It played great. Hey, Haley, no worries. I'm glad you made it. Yeah, this is your art stream. Since I started late, this is probably just part 1 of it because I didn't start till it's been 42 minutes, so a little before midnight. So I'll probably do a second part to this stream, or to the art, because you know, an hour and a half to 2 hour art stream is just not gonna cut it for 45,000 points. And don't worry, if you were watching someone else, that's all good. Alright, I feel like I need to clean up some stuff with some white paint. Let's clean this up. this little button. Oh, I didn't get all the paint out of it. That's not coming out white. Ah, so much water. You totally forgot about this painting. I haven't pulled it out in a minute. Oh my god. Oh, it's because I have a bit of white paint over the teal. That's what's happening. Oops. You know, I have a male version of this painting. It's like 2 or 3 times the size. Probably about twice the size. It's a vertical orientation. And it has a lot left to do. So much left to do. I keep working on this one because it's smaller, a little easier to like feel like I've gotten something done. Because I don't know, nothing kind of deflates me more after I paint. It's like Animal Crossing, like I paint for an hour, 3 hours, 4 hours, and it's like, what did you do? Did you do anything at all? I saw your post. It's disappointing. It's disappointing when family members let you down. You're in Canada. I don't understand why your dad would even be upset about American politics. Why does he put himself through that? Seems like one of the perks of not living in America is not having to be as invested in our political system. But, you know, maybe I'm a little biased about that. Maybe a little bit. Oh my god, this is the best Cut Copy song in a hot minute. Cut Copy was my jam back in like the aughts. The memories. How would he know? That doesn't make sense. Biden hasn't been president. How can you make such a definitive statement when he hasn't even been president yet? Yeah, this album's really good. I mean, I kind of checked out of Cut Copy a little bit after Zonoscope, I think it was called. I mean, Zonoscope was okay, but that's kind of when, you know, it was like I was really into Cut Copy and Phoenix, and then kind of around Bankrupt, Zonoscope, I just kind of like got more into ambient and just really weird shit, basically. So it's not that the music's necessarily bad as much as like my taste just shifted a little bit. Sometimes your parents turn out to be covert fascist sympathizers. I am so happy that my parents voted for Biden. So happy. Both of them did. They're in their 60s. And they're, you know, they've never been like, I don't want to say progressive, but, you know, they never were like deeply religious or pushy when it came to like politics. Honestly, my house was always very apolitical. I think me coming out to them pushed them to a more liberal end of the spectrum. Covert, it means they're secretly a fascist is someone who, I mean, God, how do I even like boil that down to its essence? I don't even know how to like fully like whittle that down. Yeah, it's like they don't see fascism as like a bad thing. They see it as like a sign of strength. Yeah, my parents were pretty supportive right out of the gate. I didn't tell my dad because my parents have been divorced since I was like basically in elementary school. Actually, I think it was like preschool. They were divorced my whole life. So I wasn't as close to my dad, but I did end up telling him a few years after my mom. And yeah, they were both very supportive. My mom was a little worried about me like experiencing discrimination and was like upset that my life might be a little more difficult as a result, but I think she just realized that's projection and that it's not necessarily true, and it's only as true as like I subject myself to those kinds of people. So I don't think she may feel that way a little bit these days, but I don't think she lets it consume her like maybe she did in the beginning, you know? Free your mind. You know, I never did give Free Your Mind a full chance, I'll be honest. I should go back and like give Cut Copy a chance in like those post Zonoscope years. Yeah, Haley, especially if you're living with them, fighting with them about their political views. I don't know. I take that like if you're living with them, it's only going to make your life more hellish. But the moment you're no longer like beholden to, I don't know. It's hard for me to like, because, you know, different cultures have different familial relationships, but I think in the Western world, you don't have to be as beholden to like, it's like your parents try to hold your views hostage and shape them beyond like what's God, what am I trying to say? I'm not feeling very articulate tonight, but like parents will try to shape your views and like hold you emotionally hostage well into your adult life, and at some point when you're an adult, you just like cut that shit off, you know? You no longer let it affect you. And I think that's healthy. I personally think that's very healthy. But you know, it's different for different cultures, so I can't really judge like your relationship with your parents with the way I might I might treat my parents. But my parents are progressive, generally. I mean, they're still 60-year-old white folks, but they're wonderful people. And I say that like they're 60-year-old white folks, but I have nothing but like good things to say. They've been good to me. And they're, you know, they hold themselves accountable in a lot of ways, I feel like. Are you familiar with Canadian? I'm not. No, not really. I can't really claim that I'm familiar with Canadian politics. Honestly, American politics is if you're here and you're actually politically active and you have other hobbies outside of politics, it's hard to like go beyond the American political spectrum unless you're like a politics person, you know? I wouldn't consider myself a politics person, but I do keep myself like aware in a general sense about like developments in the political world, because I feel like not doing so is moderately irresponsible, especially when you're an adult and when ooh, that's too wet. Especially when you're an adult and the well-being of entire swaths and classes of people depends on how like willing you are to stand up for them in a political sense. I think it's at some point in adulthood it becomes irresponsible to not be politically aware in some degree. God, my brush is like holding on to so much water. Where did that drop go? But if you want to tell me anything about Canadian politics, I'd be happy to hear it. I don't mind politic talk, if I'm being honest right now. Oh God. Paint, it is junky. Oh man, I forgot this about this weird like almond shaped thing I did up here. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with that. I don't even know what that was supposed to be. Oh, more Juliana Barwick. She's taking me away. Oh, I just realized I forgot to have the mini player up and Last FM. Oh my God, that is so freakishly tiny. Why is it so small? Huh. Can't tell if that looks blurry. Honestly, I think a lot of politicians are happy to have someone at the table that like can hold an actual political conversation and isn't just a complete fucking buffoon. Like everyone on the planet tonight that's not a fascist, white supremacist creep or just like neo-Nazi can go to bed just feeling a little bit more secure. I'm just shocked at apparently how many potential neo-Nazis and white supremacists there truly are in America. I had no idea. I thought it was less than what it apparently is. 7 million is a lot. It's a whole lot. You're Filipino? I did not know that. I don't know. I don't think you've shared that. You've shared that information before. Maybe you have. If you have and I forgot, then my apologies. Yeah, so maybe I shouldn't, I can't judge my familial standards to yours, Something is up with this paint. I might need to go like spray it with some water. Oh, you were born in Canada, but have like parents who yeah, I gotcha. I think this brush is... Oh, it's got a loose bristle. That's why that looks so crummy. You had immigrant parents. Maybe this is not the best. Maybe I should switch to this brush. Oh, of course it is, Haley. Of course it is. Absolutely. I don't really... I can't say no topics are off limits in chat, but I certainly don't mind you, like, whatever information you're comfortable sharing, as long as there's not, like, I don't think there's trolls in here. I don't think art streams particularly draw in the troll types. Hey, Theta. Oh, I know. Election results have you in the best mood. Same. Same. Lights are shining just a little bit brighter today. But I'm glad to hear you're in a wonderful mood. Good moods are contagious. And right now, it's like the whole world's in a good fucking mood. It's so nice. Alright, I thought I'd get a little more than this done tonight, but I shouldn't put pressure on myself to go a certain speed. Should just take it easy. This piece is amazing. Thank you. The president there is like Trump? Really? I feel like there's been a wave of that kind of world leader since he came into power, but I don't know anything about Philippines politics either. I hope he feels the full effect of it. I have literally negative sympathy for him. I am actually relishing in his pain. I shouldn't admit that, but come on. He did the same. He did that for years, so I don't know. I used to be more like, oh, we should meet them in the middle. Oh, but he kind of radicalized emotions. And I feel like, to some degree, Republicans, and maybe not, Republicans, but like a certain type of person is going to use your willingness to be, meet them in the middle as an advantage against you. And so at some point you have to call bullshit and, just no, you're an asshole. Your behavior sucks. Fuck you. And hold them to the fire. You know, I don't think, and I think maybe that's just like part of me getting older. Sure, it is. Oh, this song is so fucking good. I mean, I think that like being willing to meet someone in the middle is okay, but it's also okay to like walk away from a situation where they're just going to drag you down and like essentially stomp all over you, trample you. Photo of him on the White House lawn looking all sad. I'm gonna sleep with it under your pillow. If I didn't tell you I was Filipino, what would you think my background is? I mean, I I would have said like, yeah, Southeast Asia region, but honestly, I'm not like super knowledgeable in that kind of thing because I'm in my little, and I'm admittedly in my little America bubble where I'm not, you know, and I admit that like it's a shortcoming for sure of me, this country, um, not being knowledgeable of like other cultures and different types of people, which I try to be better about, you know, but it's not like I'm looking at pictures of every nationality and studying them. But I do, I mean, I feel like I'm willing to like learn about other cultures and hold myself to task a little bit, but behind and unwilling to do it, you know? It's like a snowball effect. I have, yeah. I've seen every season of Drag Race except for Thailand and Holland. Both Thailands and Holland. So you can spoiler away if you want to chat about it. I'm totally down with that. I can do some RuPaul's Drag Race discussion. Oh my god. I think I'm just too impatient tonight with like getting the water off my brush. I keep dabbing it on the towel, but I'm just not doing it like long enough to fully remove it all. Kind of want to do like a little wash of color. I don't have TikTok, so I don't really watch TikTok videos, but I'm generally aware of like the most popular ones if they're reposted on other platforms. But no, I can't say that I like watch TikTok videos specifically. I do not have a TikTok. I don't have a TikTok or Snapchat or Facebook. I deleted my Facebook, like... Yeah, Haley was mentioning making TikToks. Yeah, I haven't had Facebook since... God, it's been like 3 or 4 years. I think I deleted it around the time Trump won the presidency in 2016. I was like, I'm out. You've never had Facebook? Good for you. Bravo. And I mean that wholeheartedly. It is a net negative in people's lives these days, I feel like. I've been thinking about getting rid of Instagram, but Instagram just doesn't seem as political. I don't like Facebook knowing about me. Just miss Farmville. I never played Farmville. I think the only Facebook game I got into briefly was like the Sims Facebook game that was out for a little bit there. Haley Starry. I just realized I went like all week without playing Chrono Cross this week. Or last week, I guess. This area is really sloppy. What did I do here? Hey, I figured out that color. Yeah, God, I was terrible that night. What was that, like 2 nights ago? It was terrible. I was embarrassed. Dying before I even made it to the Dark World? Twice? So bad. It's just part of your brand. Embrace your brand. You gotta roll with it. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't case it as like, it's a brand. Whatever, you know. Whatever makes you feel good. Doesn't even have to be a brand. That's the capitalist side coming out. I gotta hold that in. Not give it too much credence. Oh my God, this painting. I do this to myself every time I paint. Honestly, don't even know how many hours I put into this one. At this point, I don't even know where I would begin figuring that out. No, I have no clue. Too many. Especially for as sloppy as it is in parts. I was in a rush, baby, back in 2012. That youthful energy where I was just like, I did do a lot of like concepts in like 2012, 2013. And then I just never finished the actual paintings. So there's at least like 4 more paintings that are in some conceptual state that are not fully realized. And I don't know if I'll ever finish some of them. Like these ones, this one and the male version of this one that I have, I just finally looked at it one day and was like, that's what it needs. But some of them I still look at and I'm like, I don't see the end point for it. So therefore it just languishes. There's a little triangle in here. I feel like this needs more triangles. But not too many. Just a few. It's like adding little different designs. Let's fill that in. Cute. You know, the back, I forgot, the back of this painting is actually a totally different painting. It's totally different. It's got all kinds of stuff back there. I think it's a tree. It is. It's like a white tree. I can't really flip it all the way over, but you can see. It's an expressionist. I might have been on something when I did that. Maybe. And you can actually see, like, since this paper is see-through, this like area here is actually the painting that's on the back. You admire my patience? Thank you. Sometimes it feels like a shortcoming to like be this slow. But if I don't see, you know, I don't have the energy to do it, or I don't see the end result, I feel like I shouldn't hop into it without knowing where it's going, you know? Like, this little area has taken me, or what, about hour and 10, 15, just for that one little spot of all these little details. I could be going way faster, but I just like to chill. That's also part of it, you know? I don't like stressing myself out. Jackie Cox from season 12 made a TikTok video. You made a duet with him and posted it in my fan account and tagged him, and he saw it and watched the video and DM'd me back and said, yes, nice. Cute. I like Jackie Cox. She made it far, but was like consistently underrated. Season 12 was actually a really great season that had a very unfortunate finale. Like, I'm so glad of the winner, but that whole like at-home finale was kind of a bust. The right winner was crowned, though, in my opinion. It felt correct. Because she was pretty much a fierce delight to watch all season long. I didn't really... There was no part of her drag that I was like, eh. It was all good. Top notch. She goes off on Twitter these days, too. I'm just bummed that, like, she hasn't gotten... None of the... Well, really none of the season 12 queens have gotten the ability to, like, benefit from their success, you know? I mean, online performances, they just don't hit the same way as, like, in a club on a stage. That kind of attention, it's just different. I need to go through some of these songs. This song sounds so wild on really good headphones. Some of this paint acts so strangely, like doesn't like appropriately adhering to the brush. Just like slides off of it and stains the bristles. It's really weird. It's probably because it's old. Like this blue is not adhering properly. It's like jelly. It spreads like jelly. It's weird. Okay, I need to make like a brownish color. Ooh, this is a good song too. I think I'm just gonna fill this in. A little lopsided circle shape. Kind of get nervous or scared when Rock and his husband look at your IG. Why? That's just you making an impact. Let's see, how far am I going to take this tonight? I feel like I should maybe just try to get this little section up here done. You don't know what they think when you see your post? I wouldn't try to judge what you're posting based on what other people think. I mean, I know that's kind of hard on social media. It seems kind of antithetical to kind of this general nature of social media, but you know, it's kind of out of your control. fact that they're consistently viewing it, I would assume, would mean that the reaction is more on the positive end of the spectrum, because if they didn't enjoy it, they would just skip over it or not watch it at all. You know? That's the way I would kind of try to frame it in my mind. Because it's really easy to just skip over or not watch something on social media that you're not invested in or not interested in. So the fact that they're watching it at all kind of speaks, you know? Yeah, I think you might be overthinking things, yeah. But I would try to frame it in your mind that way, you know? So that way you're not stressing yourself over it. Social media, it's shaped by what you want to see to a very large degree. Like, that's kind of the point of it, is it echoes your own. I mean, that's what the algorithms do, you know? That is what they're designed to do, is give you what you want to see. So they want to see it, therefore social media shows it to them. Social media's algorithms are strange and powerful. In my opinion. Man, it's playing some jams tonight for me. This is a bunch of songs I've used on 2020 playlists, by the way. If any of you, I don't even know if I have my Spotify linked. I might actually have my Spotify linked on my Twitch page. Kind of feel like I should check. Oh no, I have my Last FM checked, which I forgot to open. I used to have my Spotify. Maybe I should relink it. Yeah, Rock seemed like an actual human being on Drag Race, which, if you can convey yourself as a drag queen in that kind of human identifying, like, compassionate way, then you can't really fake that kind of thing, I feel like. Hey, Chroma. How's it going? Welcome. We're chilling with a little bit of pep in our step tonight, because you know why. You know it. Doing great. Doing good. Doing really good. Just soaking up the good feelings. Enjoying. A lot of that I think is attributed to Bob, in my mind. And Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is like, gave that season like the heart of gold. You know what I'm saying? Poor Chi-Chi. That really tore me up. I mean, I still think about it like every once in a while, like, damn, we really lost Chi-Chi to Vayne this year? It's crazy. She said she was involved in a car crash with an Uber driver and everyone was so sketchy about it. And she cleared up by saying it was just a dream. She pulled a dynasty. Oh my god, my fridge is like alive. Season 8 was what we needed after 7. 7 was kind of like a bit of a black hole. It's like, I don't know. I didn't totally hate season 7, and I think it gets kind of a lot of shit, but there was definitely like a weird off vibe to it that was hard to place. I think it was the Untucked. The change in the Untucked, I think, was like what threw me for a loop. I know, I'm sorry, Haley. She was just like literally the nicest person that's ever been on Drag Race. Yeah, I think Ginger, Kennedy, or Katya deserve that season. I don't know. Violet Chachki's season 8 like crowning, passing the crown look though, almost made up for season 7. Like, I know that gets a lot of ridiculous praise, maybe too much praise, but it really was like kind of breathtaking to see as like art. Thought Ginger was easily the most like consistent, solid in the cast, but I thought some of Ginger's looks were a little pedestrian and basic, which they kind of gave Katya shit for. Like, I just remember Ginger's Jet Set Eleganza being like, what was that? And then her Hello Kitty look, I was like, trying to think of another one. Honestly, I think Ginger's worst look was the All Stars 2 Future of Drag look. I will never forget. I won't forget. I can forgive. But yeah, Ginger was really good on that season. Definitely like the best all-around drag performer. Yeah, Miss Fame was on season 7. Nobody got screwed over by season 7 more than Candy Ho. Let's be honest. And ever since then, they've like stopped casting Puerto Rican queens. So I don't know what's going on with that. You thought Fame was gonna win season 7 for a bit? They did kind of like set her up a little bit for that. Season 7 definitely took a turn around the time like Miss Fame and Max were not disqualified, but sent home or whatever. I've been rewatching season 5 really slowly. Oh well, I guess Vanjie. I just feel like there's been some erasure. I don't know how to use it properly. I guess it's erasure. Feels weird saying it with like an SH sound. Yeah, Vanjie's more Americanized, like not truly a showcase of like Puerto Rican houses and like style, you know? She's more like Banji and just, you know, I get like the looks are a little like Shangela-esque. Like she feels modeled after like obviously Shangela, Alyssa Edwards, that kind of like television personality driven form that really translates well on Drag Race. And Alexis Mateo obviously, but Miss Vanjie. I don't know why I keep such a good memory. Like I don't know. My brain's like a repository for pop culture that I actually care about. But if I don't care about it, it's in one ear out the other. Yeah, Alexis Mateo got kind of a bum rap on the newest All Stars. Though she was like kind of the driving force of the television drama aspect of the season, like 100% was kind of a positive force in All Stars 5 despite the editing she was receiving. Oh my god. There's a bug on the wall. Ooh, he's a big one too. Ooh, I might have to like get that. Kind of crawling this way. It's freaking me out really bad. Oh my god, he's like all the way up on the ceiling. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a BRB. I'm also gonna use this opportunity to go to the restroom and get this freaky bug off the wall. He's coming closer. I'll be right back. Oh my god. Ugh. All right, I am back. Sorry for. Oh wait, that's okay. I thought the picture was shifted. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm back. To be honest, I hated Santino as a judge. Insane how much you hated him. Santino, would you please shut up with your no drag knowledge? Santino was easily the weakest link of all the early seasons. He was, I don't know. I mean, I can give him like a little bit of credit for having like some design and fashion sense, but as a whole, his presence mostly felt like a net negative. Like it just was not great. I just didn't like him either. But like I didn't it's not like I hated him when he was on like necessarily, but like once he was gone I was like, damn, he wasn't really that bad, huh? It was really like that. Would you please shut the fuck up with your no drag knowledge mouth? I'll give him like kudos for some of the like fashion sense though. I enjoyed him on like season 2 of Project Runway. I can't believe I actually like I don't know, I watched a lot of those early Project Runway seasons. I remember season 2 of Project Runway pretty fondly, which he was on. Ooh, it's tonight's theme song. Not trying to be rude or anything towards Santino, but his laugh is the ugliest, annoying laugh ever. I don't even recall it. I don't even recall it at all. I think there was some like early meme in the show where like people were calling Santino a cannibal or something. Which I don't know why that just popped in my head. Paintings. Hey, Pear Bear. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing pretty good. This song is called Merged Host by Kotin. It's right up there and it's in the top right corner of the stream. I think the last FM command might be working. Let me try. It is. There's the song. I think it's just some random thing I found off Apple Music. It was in my recommendations one day. I try to check that like once a month or so, 'cause sometimes there is actually some pretty good stuff in there, honestly. The problem is like they never really recommend truly obscure stuff. Like I have to hunt that down, but they do find some relatively good like semi-ambient electro pop type stuff. There's a lot of like random, I don't know, I think this was recommended because I was listening to Actress at that time. Like I was in like an Actress kick. So this like popped up that week. By the way, the new Actress album, so good. Shouldn't have drank that ice cup. That's why you're up and still here right now. What is ice cap? Like an energy drink or something?
So happy. How great I am.
Yo! Dan? Thank you, Dan. How you doing? Or if you're a lurker, enjoy your lurk. I appreciate that follow. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the view. The painting is coming along very, very slowly. But we're getting there. It's getting there slowly, surely. Another 3 or 4 hours and I'll have the whole top filled in this same kind of treatment. And then I'll just have to kind of clean up these little plants in the middle and in these little plant pots. I might clean up some of the lines in her body too. Speaking of an amazing album this year. Oh, so good. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Want ya. I love her little whisper. This song just hits a spot every time. Let me see, is there actually paint underneath that? Oh, there is. Oop, okay, we're fine. Just gotta paint this corner. You know, maybe I shouldn't worry about it. I shouldn't have gone all the way to the they're like outright awful. Because I'm like kind of a little bit of a Tim Burton apologist in a lot of ways, but I don't really want to say they're good. You love the first one? The first one's, yeah, the second one, oh my god. I think my husband watched that at some point this year, and I was like, I cannot. Like, I literally had to get up and go to the computer. You think so? I don't know. Oh. I don't even remember why I like got up and walked away from the TV in the second one. But I just, something about it was just like not landing with me. And I think Johnny Depp is so overrated. Why the hell do people fawn so hard over Johnny Depp? Something I'll never truly understand. Sacha Baron Cohen, yeah, he's good. Let's phase to blue. Should I do, I want to do dark blue. Like, Johnny Depp does have some good movies. I'll give him that. But typically I like the really off-the-wall strange ones. He's had some good performances, like, but I just think overall something about his acting doesn't, like, resonate with me. God, why is this blue like this? It, like, refuses to adhere properly. I want to use it. So bad. Like, I think his best movie, this is probably like such a stereotypical like stoner answer, is like Fear and Loathing. But that movie, it's so campy and hammy. I think that's where he's like the best. In a movie where he can't really be serious. I think in serious movies he just like flounders. I'm trying to think of something that might like go against that statement, but I can't think of anything. If anyone out there has a defense of Johnny Depp, please sell me, because got a jar of dirt. Say what? Is that what that was saying? Did kind of sound like that, didn't it? That was James Blake. Some new song. Giving it a go. James Blake has been very inconsistent. Oh. What is that? Yo! Who's that? Mearth. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much. Hope you're enjoying your night out there. Oh, Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah, I've never given the Pirates of the Caribbean movies a chance. Pirates don't interest me. They look cool though. Those movies look great. The production quality is like a hot ticket. Yo!
Say hi, I've been lurking for a bit. Amazing job.
Santi.
Painting less than 3, less than 3, less than 3.
Thank you, Santi. Appreciate the biddies. Hope you're enjoying the lurk and having a good night out there. Mwah. Appreciate that very, very much. Your work is dope. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you've been lurking. I'm glad you've been enjoying. It's been a very good day and a nice night. Feel like I haven't had one of these in a long time, you know? I think a lot of the planet has been on pause for 4 years. You know. Things just seem a little bit better today. You love Pirates of the Caribbean? I should give them a chance. I think they're probably on Disney Plus, right? They're Disney movies. I'm sure my husband would be down to watch them. I don't know, he's not a big Johnny Depp fan either. He finds Johnny Depp frustrating as well. They are on Disney Plus. I figured they would be. I mean, there's like Pirates of the Caribbean rides at like Disney World, so there's no way they're not on Disney Plus, right? That would be like a crime. I should give him a shot though. I don't think Johnny Depp's enough to like stop me from watching a movie. Oh, the movie's based on the ride? For real? I had no idea. Really? I find that interesting. Like I would not have guessed that. I would not have guessed that at all. That's kind of fascinating to me. They'd make an entire movie on a ride, based on a ride. Must have been like an insane. How? Oh, I'm sorry, Haley. Who's my favorite actor? Oh man. I'm trying to think of like, if I saw someone in a movie, I would have to go see it. And to be honest, there's not really an actor that does that for me. I like certain like shows and movies, but I can't really pinpoint like favorite actor because I feel like every actor, I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that question. I really don't know. Like no actor, I don't like identify in that kind of way with movies. I don't know. It's hard for me to like pinpoint who would be my favorite actor. Like I'm trying to think of who I've seen in movies and I've always been kind of impressed by, but I'm gonna have to think about it. That should be such an easy question, but for some reason for me it's not. Let me marinate on that a bit. While we listen to some staticky whatever's going on in this song. I don't know. Favorite actor? God. Like, I'd be more able to answer like favorite director more so than actor. Like my favorite director, I would probably be David Lynch. I don't know. I find his movies to be just like they're like mental exercises when you watch them. They're very strange. They're very like dark and alluring. But I wouldn't even say like, because he likes to use Kyle MacLachlan a lot, but I wouldn't even say like Kyle MacLachlan's my favorite actor. Favorite director is Jon Favreau. Trying to think. I know Jon Favreau directed the first episode of this season's Mandalorian, which we watched that one. I haven't seen it, the second episode yet. We're probably gonna watch it tomorrow. We'll probably have some good, relaxing couch times tomorrow. Oh, he started the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. Really? That was him. Yeah, to me, I'm more impressed by like directors than I am actors. I mean, I can give credit to actors, but I feel like cultivating an entire like movie, you know, an actor is just kind of like part of that. Sorry, I can't answer that question. I'm terrible. That should be an easy question. I should really think about that. But I doubt I'll have an answer for it tonight. Sorry, Haley. I feel like I let you down. Let's do some purple up here. Alright, I'm about to finish my goal of the night, which was to finish this little corner. I don't know what I'm going to do with this little area. It's kind of... I was imagining, I think, when I did that it was like some sort of damask wallpaper thing, but I got really extremely lazy with it. Obviously, they're just like little almond shapes. So maybe I could actually make them into like little damask wallpaper patterns. I'm an almond shape. Don't worry, me too. I swear, I'm joining a fucking gym next week. 24-hour gym, so I can go there when no one else is there. I'm too self-conscious to be around other people when I work out. At least, like, at this stage. Maybe when I'm a little, like, more into it. Yeah. I'm a shorter guy. And I have much wider hips. Like, my hips are naturally pretty wide. I got them wide hips. And thick thighs. And right now I got a belly. And I got down to like 145 in 2018. And it was like an absurd amount of cardio. I was doing like 40 miles of jogging a week or something like that. It was ridiculous. And my diet was like, it wasn't keto necessarily, but it was definitely like tons of veggies, fruits, and just like meat. When I move all the stuff in my room, you have more room, use your Ring Fit. I thought about getting Ring Fit Adventure, but I don't think that's enough to motivate me, honestly. I need a treadmill, and I need an iPad, and I need headphones. Because I like to watch TV shows when I jog. Like, I can commit when I'm jogging. I could be like, oh, let me rewatch, I don't know, Twin Peaks. Let me rewatch, You know, if I commit to rewatching like 3 shows within a month period, it'll get me like, oh, now's my chance, now's my time. I can like go to the treadmill, do my 45-minute watch of my show, and do cardio at the same time. And yeah, it just like, it's kind of like you know, it fulfills multiple needs. You have stuff to say but not comfortable saying it in here? You don't have to say it in here. You don't have to if you're not comfortable. Jogging outside sounds cool, breathing fresh air. You know, I would agree, but I like a stable temperature, and I hate like jogging in the cold and getting sweaty and then freezing, but also being hot at the same time. And honestly, I found that jogging on a treadmill is less hard on my joints than like jogging on a sidewalk, jogging on concrete. Which is when I did like a major cardio push in my 20s, I was jogging outside all the time, and it really kind of fucked up my knees. So I've always been a little wary of it since. Jog outside, but I like night more than day. Yeah, I did find myself wanting to do more jogs in like the evening, but then it's like you have to do it by a certain time, and if you're not home or you're not ready to do it, then you know 20 more minutes pass and it's too dark and too late for you to do it. But yeah, my biggest detriment to that is like not being in control of the temperature and environment I'm in, and like the pain that jogging on like concrete and asphalt caused my knees the first time I did it. I like that treadmills have a bit of give, you know, they're a little elevated and the belt just kind of like sinks underneath you a little bit. I found that it was much more soft on my body. And it was really nice to like, I could be in full control of like what I wanted to do. You know, if I wanted to speed up for 2 minutes and do like a heavier pace, I could. If I wanted to like cool it down, and like I like to adjust the, you know, if I'm jogging, I can do like 6 miles per hour at like a small incline, and then if I get tired, I can do like a fast walk on like a major incline and kind of keep that pace going that way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for like another 15 minutes. But yeah, Haley, if it's too late, you gotta go to bed. But you did have that coffee drink, so I don't know. I just don't know. Is it possible right now? I gotta stop at 2:30 though, for sure. But I don't know, cardio's not for everyone, and a lot of it, you know, you're gonna stay at the same place unless you change diet. So you have to want to do both to really like succeed. And for some people, it's just a lot harder because of genetics and, you know, disability or time, you know, the time you can devote to it, the energy you can devote to it, the money you have to access facilities if you're only comfortable doing it that way. Like, so sometimes it is a little bit out, especially if you're like a working class person or a young person who's not making a lot of money. Like, sometimes things are just, it's hard. It's hard to figure it all out. Yeah, 15 more minutes. I'm going for 15 more minutes. I'm doing it, but that's it. Sleep is important. I gotta be in bed by 3 o'clock, which is, I should be in bed by 2:40. I already before I started the stream tonight, I already showered, brushed my teeth, and shaved, and mouthwashed. So I'm like good to go straight to bed as soon as I cut off stream. Which is nice. Usually I'm like, one of the main things that keeps me from like getting up is like, I still have to do all that stuff. Like, can I just go straight to bed? But you should never just go straight to bed. Always brush those teeth. Always use mouthwash. Always, well, I should say always floss, but honestly, I'm a terrible flosser. Hygiene is important. Always shower. You know, yeah, I think I'm more of an evening showering person. Oh, really? I don't do 2 showers a day. Honestly, I don't shower every day unless I'm doing regular exercise. If I'm doing regular exercise, I definitely shower after every like cardio session, 100%. But if I'm not like in a big exercise kick, I shower like every other day. Well, especially now because I'm not really working. I'm very sedentary. Showering, I mean, it is good to shower every day, especially if you can. I don't know. I don't like shampooing my hair every day. I found that to be like, I don't know. I don't like it. My hair is very thick and gets very oily. But honestly, it's like more, you can do more with it if you have like a day's worth or 2 days worth of oil in your hair. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do more interesting things with it. But I also don't like using like hair products very much, which drives my husband absolutely crazy. Yeah, I have found that like my face gets so like dry and flaky if I'm like showering too much, but it also gets insanely oily if I don't. So it's like, it's probably just from like showering this at that same consistency like my whole life. Now my skin is like more used to getting that face. I need to be, honestly, if anyone out there has great like skincare tips for your face, I need them because I am really bad about that. And in my 30s, I really should start caring more. Like, pretty bad. It's getting to that point, you know? The good thing is, like, I've never been, I mean, I've smoked pot or whatever, but I've never been a cigarette smoker. I've never been a drinker. And I know that kind of stuff affects your skin. So like that's kind of helped me out through the years. You beat Sunshine? Nice. Did you get all the shines? That's such an evil question, I'm sorry. The shines, man, the shines. Congrats though. Beating Sunshine is a feat. That last boss, even though I haven't played it myself, because when I was a teen, I gave up on Sunshine way before that point. I've seen it since 3D All-Stars has come out. I've watched streams of it. And that does not look like an easy boss fight. It looks like, especially if you're not like a gamer, you know. Does anyone hate the term gamer? I kind of hate the term gamer. Kind of hate using it. Need to use more of this lime green. I have not been using this at all. Something about the term gamer makes me uncomfortable. I think it was Gamergate. What a disgusting controversy. Like, I can never use that term and not feel like some skeevy kind of way for basically the rest of my life. I don't know, it doesn't, for me it doesn't really matter, gamer or gamer. Just hearing gamer, I'm like, ugh. I don't like it. Gamergate kind of destroyed any respect I had for the word. Basically, I equate like, and this is probably like not a great take, but I equate like gamer with like misogyny, essentially, because of Gamergate. Like, that's what pops into my brain when I hear it, every time. That's why I've always avoided like using it in any serious capacity. So you don't like dandy? What's dandy? What's dandy? I don't know a dandy. Gamergate controversy was two dandy gamers. Oh, I haven't watched them. I mean, I'm sure they can have that name and still be a great streamer and great people. I'm not saying that they can't be. I'm just saying, like, my connotations with the word gamer are negative in general, but that doesn't preclude someone who uses that term as automatically like being a weird or bad person at all. It's just like my own personal like connections in my brain. Gamergate was something about like, I don't remember the full specifics, but essentially a bunch of video game people got really upset about video game journalists not being impartial and kind of being like social justice warriors, and then they started attacking like women who were like video game journalists and discrediting them, and then like being like harassing them and being like disgusting on Twitter and shit like that. I forget like the actual names of the people who were involved as far as like the female journalists and stuff, but yeah, it was not a good look. So now every time I hear the word gamer, that's what pops in my brain. It was not a good look. I'm sure here I could probably find like a more helpful blurb. Gamergate explanation. Gamergate controversy. It's got a Wikipedia article. The Gamergate controversy concerned an online harassment campaign primarily conducted through the use of hashtag Gamergate that centered on issues of sexism and anti-progressivism in video game culture. Gamergate is used as a blanket term for the controversy as well as the harassment campaign and actions of those participating in it. Beginning in August 2014, a harassment campaign targeted several women in the video game industry, noticeably game developers Zoe Quinn and Brianna Wu, as well as feminist media critic Anita Sarkeesian. After Iran Joni, Quinn's former boyfriend, wrote a disparaging blog post about her, Gamergate hashtags users falsely accused Quinn of unethical relationship with journalist Nathan Grayson, harassment campaigns against Quinn and others, including doxing, threats of rape, and death threats. That's the first two paragraphs on the Wikipedia article. So yeah. That's that. So yeah, now when I hear that word, I'm like, ooh, ooh, ew. Can't believe that was in 2014. Anyway, it's a huge article. Holy shit, that's a huge article. It's massive. Oh, okay. It put a comma in there. Oh, it still links to it, whatever. Huh. Yeah, well, some reading there for anyone who's interested in deep diving into the fucking weird, freaky nature of gamer culture. Toasted cheddar chalupa, that does sound good. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Oh shit, it's almost 2:30. Oh my god, okay, I'm almost done. Get it? What is it, Taco Bell? It sounds like a Taco Bell. I honestly don't really like Taco Bell. Everything tastes the same there to me. My husband was on a Taco Bell. I think he's tapering off his Taco Bell kick these days. Your mom says the same thing. I don't know. I've never been like big on Taco Bell, even when I was like a teen. I'm a fried chicken fanatic. That's my like biggest food weakness, is fried chicken. But I go through phases with it. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I do get tired of it, but oh my god, yeah, street tacos. How open are you talking about sex? I'll talk about sex. Doesn't bother me. I don't know. I think sometime I did tell my parents about my stream. So I think if they're gonna watch any of my streams, they're probably like, they're not gonna sit down and watch Animal Crossing streams, but they probably will sit here and watch these painting streams. So I might be like a little more averse to talking about it during painting streams, because that's like the only one that they'll watch. But if it's like relatively not like raunchy questions, I'll answer them, you know. Oh, no worries, Haley. Yeah, no worries. It's almost bedtime. Haven't said anything. Johnny Weir just tweeted something on Twitter and he was in love with them. He just stared at the tweet and read other replies. That's what happens on Twitter. You fall into a Twitter thread and suddenly it's like 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later. Did you ever have a boyfriend the same age as you? No, not like a boyfriend. I've hooked up with someone who was around the same age as me only one time, and I was not that into it. It didn't really, I mean, we did stuff, but like, I don't know, I just wasn't as into it. That felt kind of bad at the time, but yeah, it's just not, I don't know. Guys that are my age just don't really do much for me now. I mean, now that that was when I was in college though. So if it was like, I mean, obviously I'm married now, so I'm not like hooking up, but in my 30s, a guy my age would probably do a little more for me, you know? It's not like a 21-year-old, you know, like it was in college or whatever. How was it to hook up pre-Grindr? I don't really have Grindr as like a way to, like a reference point for hooking up. But I would imagine it was the same. It was just like exchanging pictures and, you know, exchanging pictures. I never really got raunchy with the pictures. Like, there was no need. And then just, if I didn't feel like the person was, I don't know. I feel like when you talk with someone online, it's pretty easy to suss out if they're like a little off. If they're not talking to me like a human being, I'm probably not gonna have anything to do with them, no matter how good they look. If it's just like one-word answers, or like you're not responding to me and it's been like 3 minutes and where'd you go, in like panic moments, I'm like, okay. I would basically just not deal with that. But essentially it I feel like it was, you know, the same kind of thing. Late after dark chats up in here. But yeah, I mean, when I hooked up with people, it was just like a picture exchange, and then if I didn't get like a freaky weird vibe off of them, it was well, how do you want to do this? But honestly, I've never been one that's been like into hooking up. Like, I mean, I did it. I'm not gonna say I didn't do it. She was a lady. I definitely did it. I didn't do it like a ton, but I'm certainly no chaste angel or anything like that. I don't think Haley minds. Do you mind? Haley doesn't mind. Right, Haley? Right? I don't know. I have no idea. It's hard for me to know. Okay, you're fine with it. Yeah, I figured you would be. I've had some people come in here and be like, you cuss too much. They're probably kids, though. I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I kind of do. Oh, shit. There was so much water on the bristles. Haley is homophobic now. Not our Haley. What do you mean? Haley is, like, literally loves the gays. Do I think I have a mature audience warning before my stream. Though I do know that there's some kids that come up in here. I mean, they're over 13, because obviously if they weren't, they wouldn't be on Twitch in the first place. But I think I have a mature warning. If I don't, I probably should put that on. Oh my god, that drop of water totally fucked up this whole area. I have not been playing nearly enough Animal Crossing. I'll probably have to go back in time a little bit and farm them. I'm not doing well at all. I haven't found any furniture, like any DIYs. I'm assuming, do you get them from balloons? And I found maybe like a total of 12 mushrooms of various types. not great. Apparently Ginger is hydrophobic and I'm a ginger. You're afraid of water? Afraid of water. That's gotta be rough. Hydrophobia. I have heard of that, but I wonder how common it is. I mean, I can see it. Maybe you had, you know. Oh, I know. I know it is. But, I mean, I'm sure there are people who are hydrophobic. Like, 100% that's gotta be a real thing. It has to be. Man, I have got to chill with the water. You know people that are? What does homophonic mean? Do you mean homophonic or do you mean homophobic? I'm heterophobic. Every time I think of heterophobia, I think of that episode of Trixie and Katya. It's a recent one where he's like, straight people are sick. Like, oh my god. Over the line, girl. But it's funny as hell. Homophonic. I don't actually think straight people are sick, for the record. But that episode is fucking hilarious. Homophobia, I mean, when you boil it down, they're basically scared of gay people, but essentially it's just a way of labeling someone who's like disgusted by gay people or is hateful towards them and openly expresses that in either violent or verbal ways, you know? Which, I mean, verbal abuse is violence, so. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. I might go like another minute or two and then like play one more song and go to bed. Gonna be TYU. Oh yeah. Yeah, straight allies are extremely important because if you don't have mainstream support, then yeah, I'm going to bed too. This is basically it. This is it. I'm letting this song play and then I'm gonna let the next song wrap it. So like 5 more minutes. In fact, I'm just gonna stop the painting now. Let me see if there's someone I can raid. It's kind of late, so I don't know. Good night though, Alex. Thanks for hanging out all night. Appreciate it. Let's see who's around. Is there anyone still around this late? Maybe a West Coaster. I raided Butter last night. God. Maybe there's another art streamer. Maybe I should look at art. I wonder if there's anyone doing like art and painting right now. Oh, wow. Oh my god, this guy needs more followers. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go to this. His name Speaks. Speaksz. He is doing a hyper realistic painting. He's obviously extremely talented. Jesus. That's a shout out for him, but I am gonna send a raid over there. Jeez, I am deeply impressed. It looks so good. I'm gonna follow him as soon as we go over there. He doesn't even have 100 followers yet. He needs more followers. But thanks for hanging out, y'all. I appreciate the company. As always, it's been a joy and a pleasure to chat and hang out with y'all. Haley, Magma, Chroma, Alex, Pear Bear, who was here, Alternative, Young Boy, Santi. Was anyone else here? Am I forgetting someone? I think I got everybody. Anyway, oh, I got Miarth. Thank you for the follow and the wonderful comment. And Dan Caliban. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate the company as always. Mwah, 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 mwah. I hope y'all enjoy your Sunday. You're probably not gonna see me tomorrow night. I have an orthodontist appointment super early on Monday, so I have to be up pretty at a decent time. So you probably won't see me tomorrow night unless my husband goes to bed like before 10:30, which is unlikely because he doesn't have to work on Monday. But yeah, I appreciate the company. Thank you for the great stream, Haley. Always. We're gonna go over to Speaks and check him out. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. Oh my god, it's a really cool portrait. Thank y'all for hanging out. Mwah. I'm gonna let this song play out and then I'm gonna send y'all over there. Sweet dreams and so long. Bye.